days when we used to trust each other. Maybe we need some time alone. We need to let it breathe. Alone and not hurting over you.
Imagine a voice so powerful it could dominate radio waves, a talent so undeniable it had the industry buzzing, and then, poof, she was gone. Blue Cantrell was a rising R&B star with a Grammy-nominated hit and a future that seemed unstoppable. But something or someone stopped her cold. Was it bad luck, or was it a calculated move by music's biggest power players?
I was dreaming in the beamer, just steaming. You say you love me, but you're never there for me. But standing in the dark comes the light to show. So the thing you did with her, I was going to know. Where did things go wrong? We'll always come back to you. Yeah, I'll find a way.
Today we're diving into Blue Cantrell's meteoric rise, the rumors of betrayal involving Jay-Z and Beyoncé, and the shocking claims that point to a darker side of the industry. You won't believe what went down behind the scenes. If you love uncovering the truth behind the music world's mysteries, hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. Let's get started. Blue Cantrell didn't just appear out of nowhere. Born Tiffany Cobb in Providence, Rhode Island, she was a hustler from the start. As a kid, she dreamed of the stage, singing in church and local talent shows. By her teens, she was grinding as a backup vocalist for heavyweights like Puff Daddy. In the late 90s, she joined a girl group called 8th Avenue, mentored by hitmaker Teddy Riley. It felt like her big break, until Riley left his label and the group got shelved. Most people would have quit, but Blue kept pushing. In 2000, fate stepped in. While visiting Atlanta, a stranger in a hotel lobby thought she looked like a star. She laughed and said, "Funny you say that, I am one." That chance encounter led her to Red Zone Studios, where her voice caught the ear of producers. 5 major labels fought to sign her. She chose Arista, and by 2001, her debut album, So Blue, dropped. The lead single, Em Up Style Oops, was a banger, climbing to number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100. It went gold, earned Grammy nods, and turned Blue into an overnight sensation. Hollywood called. Radio couldn't get enough, but what nobody saw coming was who else was paying attention. Names with enough power to make or break a career. And that's where things got complicated. By 2001, Blue wasn't just a rising star, she was catching eyes in all the wrong places. Industry whispers linked her to Jay-Z, who was already a titan, running Rockefeller and dropping hits like clockwork. The two were spotted together and rumors swirled. Were they dating? Was it just business? Blue never confirmed the romance, but she didn't shut it down either. In 2003, she called into Wendy Williams' radio show to promote her new album, Bittersweet. Wendy, never one to hold back, pressed her about Jay-Z. Blue's response: "I really like him though. I don't care who he's dating. I've always had a crush on him."
Jay-Z. Oh my God! I really like him though. And I don't care who he's dating. I always had a crush on him.
It wasn't a yes, but it wasn't a no. Fans ate it up, but the timing raised eyebrows. That same year, Jay-Z went public with Beyoncé, and suddenly, Blue's name started fading. Was it just a coincidence? Or was something brewing behind closed doors? The streets were talking, and what they said next would change how people saw Blue's story forever. Then came the Beyoncé connection, and things got messy. In 2003, Blue dropped Breathe, a dancehall-infused hit featuring Sean Paul. It topped charts across Europe, showcasing her versatility and star power. But then Beyoncé released Baby Boy, also featuring Sean Paul, with a similar Caribbean vibe. To Blue, it wasn't just a coincidence, it was a pattern. She told reporters, her song has the exact word breathe in the hook. She's copying me, and I'm disappointed. Beyoncé is talented, she didn't need to do that. Blue didn't stop there. She pointed out similarities between her visuals and Beyoncé's Bonnie and Clyde video, with Jay-Z saying, "It looks real familiar to what I just dropped." fans started noticing too. Some even dug into Beyoncé's lyrics in Signs, where she sings, "I was in love with a Sagittarius. I've been hurt by a Pisces. Jay-Z's a Sagittarius. Blue's a Pisces. Was it a subtle jab? Blue thought so, telling The Guardian, if she's got a problem with her man, she should deal with him, not me." But what happened next wasn't just about music, it was about power. And Blue was about to feel it. While the Beyoncé drama was heating up, another figure loomed large, Sean Diddy Combs. Blue had worked with him early in her career as a backup singer, and their history wasn't just professional. In a 2003 interview, she shared a chilling story. As a teenager struggling to make ends meet, she'd done a nude photo shoot. Now, with fame came fear those photos would leak. She confided in Diddy, hoping for advice. His response? "I've seen you nude and you looked cute, babe." It wasn't the support she needed. It was a red flag. Years later, in 2024, Blue dropped a bombshell. She claimed her career didn't just stall, it was sabotaged. She pointed fingers at Diddy and Jay-Z, alleging they positioned her to be used, not mentored. "I was traded," she said, describing being manipulated into situations where she felt trapped. Jaguar Wright, a former backup singer for Jay-Z, backed her up, claiming Blue was one of many caught in the industry's darker schemes. "Jay-Z worked hard to erase you and me," Wright said. But that wasn't the worst of it. Something bigger was about to break Blue completely. By 2004, Blue's career wasn't just slowing, it was collapsing. After 2 successful albums, So Blue and Bittersweet, she should have been prepping her third. Instead, her Arista contract vanished. "They forgot to renew it," Blue said, but she didn't buy it. She discovered her lawyer was also working for the label, a clear conflict of interest. "They were all working together to take what was mine," she claimed. Her royalties dried up, radio stations stopped spinning her songs. Collaborators ghosted her. Meanwhile, Beyoncé was signing deals, grabbing features, and winning Grammys. Blue believed it wasn't just competition. It was a deliberate blackout. "There was room for both of us," she said. "But instead of lifting me up, they pushed me out." Even her fans noticed the timing. As Beyoncé's star rose, Blue's faded. And then there was the name Blue Ivy. When Jay-Z and Beyoncé named their daughter in 2012, fans called it shade. "No way that's a coincidence," one commented. Blue stayed quiet, but her cryptic tweet congratulating the couple didn't feel like love. It felt like a warning. And soon, the world would see why. In 2014, Blue's story took a heartbreaking turn. TMZ reported she was seen running barefoot through Santa Monica at 2 a.m., screaming about someone trying to poison her with gas. Eyewitnesses called her erratic, waving her arms, dodging invisible threats. Police detained her for a psych evaluation, and the headlines mocked her. But to those who'd followed her story, it wasn't random. Blue had been saying for years she was being pushed out, exploited, silenced. Jaguar Wright doubled down, claiming the industry doesn't just ignore artists who speak up, it breaks them. "They make you look crazy to discredit you," she said. Wright pointed to others, like Eric Sermon, who faced unexplained tragedies around the same time. Blue's breakdown wasn't just a meltdown, it was a reaction to years of betrayal. She'd warned people about Jay-Z, Beyoncé, and Diddy, and now she was screaming about being targeted. To her fans, it didn't sound crazy. It sounded like truth, but the industry had already made its choice. Blue Cantrell didn't vanish because her music fell off. She was erased by a system that decided she was a threat. After Bittersweet, her label stopped calling. Her royalties stopped coming. Her name disappeared from the press. By 2008, she was on Celebrity Circus, a reality show for faded stars. But it was eliminated in week 2. The cameras barely showed her. The audience barely cared. Meanwhile, Jay-Z, Beyoncé, and Diddy kept winning. Wealth, power, partnerships. Blue believes it was all calculated. "They didn't just take my momentum," she said. "They took my voice." But she's not staying silent. In recent years, she's hinted at having proof, receipts that could shake the industry. The question isn't whether Blue is telling the truth. It's what happens when she decides to drop those receipts. Will she expose the system that buried her, or will the industry silence her again? That's for her to decide, and for us to watch. What do you think really happened to Blue Cantrell? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and stay tuned for more stories the industry doesn't want you to hear.